guys and gals, Nary here from Drake Wing Gaming, and some of you know me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon today. I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Where the Demon Lurks. So y'all, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm Chan, you are up, and let's go! So this definitely affects the story, so we're going to leave that as the jumping off point. Alright. Fine, but if I get sick from this, it's on you. Dipping the spork into the hot cup, he pulls out a healthy amount of noodles and slurps them down. Lucian's eyes seems to widen and shine. His disinterested expression nearly breaks into a smile until he catches you looking at him. He swallows. You said this was miso? Yeah, pretty tasty, right? Lucian averts your gaze while silently taking a sip of the broth. I guess the mortals have made more amusing discoveries since they first found fire. And that's the cheap stuff. Wait till you try something from a real cafe. Lucian continues to eat the noodles in silence, but his tail would wag every so often against the floor, producing short but quick audible tapping noises. Your heart feels lighter, but at the same time your eyelids are struggling to stay open. Where's your food? Oh, I didn't realize I ran out of cup noodles. It's okay, I'm not that hungry. A white lie. There are more in your cupboard, but you don't need Lucian to worry about your loss of appetite. He holds out his cup of noodles to you. Eat. But I made that for you. You need this more than me. Eat. You said so yourself. This thing helps to keep energy up. The angel's sudden gesture surprises you. Thanks. You take the cup of noodles from him and take a bite. At first, it's a struggle to swallow the food. The mood just isn't there, but you push through. Slowly, the taste of miso fills your mouth. The warmth of the invigorating soup gives you new life as it flows down into your stomach. You continue to eat, the soft sound of Lucian's tail flapping accentuating your meal. A few minutes pass. A few minutes later. Ah, I needed that. Alright, I'm going to head out and keep watch. You just rest up. Come morning, I'll let you know what we need to do. Okay, thanks. I'll just lie here for a bit before going to bed again. Lucian stands up and leaves you to your thoughts. Flops down. Outside, the cool night breeze blows against the angel's fur. It's almost time for the meeting. He looks around to make sure he's alone before climbing onto the handrail of the balcony. His hair and ears flit ever so slightly, as though carried by an updraft. He steps forward but remains suspended in midair. A pair of white wings sprout from his back. Looking upwards, he begins his ascent at a steady pace. It's not long before the angel picks up speed and zooms upwards past the apartment roof and towards the clouds. The sound of rushing wind fills his ears. Yet, before he could graze the clouds, the pull of gravity brings him back down. Lucian plummets back to the earth. Fly! 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 Lucian concentrates all his mental faculty into reactivating his powers. Just as the apartment roof comes into view, his wings reactivate again and he manages to halt his fall. He glides downwards onto the apartment's tiled rooftop, nearly tripping as he lands. His breathing is erratic. What's going on with my powers? He looks at his trembling hands and clutches them tightly. The angel stands in silence for a minute before taking one long breath. This is just a little setback. He promptly tidies up his hair and straightens his shirt. Nothing I can't handle. The dog snaps his fingers and a bright yellow ring forms right above his head. Lucian drags the halo to its front. He taps the left side of the halo and it begins to ring. Okay, stay calm. Sound confident. Make a good impression. Just say hello with confidence. Hello, Lord Gary. The halo connects to the other person on the line. Go for Gary. Yes. Hello. Hi, Gary. Sir. Lord. I have a report to make. Whoa. Cool your jets here. Who am I talking to? Lucian's mind goes blank for a second, but he manages to recompose himself. Right. Sorry. It's me, Lucian. Lucian? Lucian from the kitchen department? No, I'm Lucian, the angel you sent to find... The volume of Lucian's voice drops. Kobu. Oh, right. My bad, man. Just been swamped with all these commissions to draw. Alright. Listen to this one. Listen to this. One soul wants to experience what it's like to be a superhero that saves the city with the power of accounting. I was like, that's new, I guess. Never tried a superhero with powers in accounting before. I got it all ready, but the customer didn't like it. Gary laughs heartily and the halo jiggles in tandem. The soul gave me some notes to change it, but whoops, I did it all in the same layer. Joke's on me, I guess. My lord, you do great work. They should appreciate the time and energy you put into each blueprint. Thanks, Lucian. Anyways, I'm going off topic, and what were we talking about? Right, that. Is anyone around you? Alright, 1 second, let me drink my little coffee cup. Oh, yeah. After this, I gotta head to work. Or, get ready to head to work. No, aside from the landlord, this apartment building only has Kobu here. The area is mostly deserted. Good, you found him. How's my favorite demon? He's heavier and highly uncooperative. Carrie chuckles. Hey, at least he sounds like he's eating, right? What else? It's just one problem after another, my lord. There's been an attack here by the agents of the underworld. A mortal was taken as hostage and Kobu wants to save him. A mortal? What do you intend to do about that? Personally, I don't think it's a big deal. We'll save the mortal when we infiltrate the underworld. We go in, get the jump on Vendrake, and take him out. So the mission comes first, then? Always, my lord. Be discreet as you can. It's not a matter of if Vendrake will find out that we're helping Kobu, but a matter of when. And when that happens, I have to disregard any connections you have with our company. I cannot risk another war between our two sides. I understand, my lord. Anything for up above. Thank you, Lucian. So what else can you tell me about the area you're in? It's an anomaly of a town, my lord. There are ghosts and exorcists running about. Do we have any souls with information about this place? I'd like to be prepared. Sure, let me look it up. What's the town's name? Kibbleton. Ha! Lord Gary? Sorry, I opened a funny video by mistake. Ah. Mental note to self. Find out what video Gary finds funny so I can find more for him. Interesting. Seems that we don't have a single soul from that town. What? What does that mean? Oh, here's an interesting memo. Kibbleton is labeled as a red zone by the underworld. And a red zone is... Wish I could tell you, but my predecessor didn't write anything else other than red zone. Angels and demons advise to stay away. No souls can be collected from these areas. Try asking Kobu to see what he knows about it. Right. That's actually really interesting. And what about the status of finding the underworld gate? Good news on that part. The Halo detected the energy presence of a gate in this town, but I haven't pinpointed its specific location. A gate in a red zone area? Peculiar, don't you think? I wouldn't know. Are the two related? It's just, an underworld gate isn't something someone would build for the fun of it. Be careful. Have you noticed anything unusual happening to you? Lucian shuffles his feet. He struggles to swallow as he finds the right words to say. Ah, my foot is asleep! Oh god, my foot is asleep! Ah, my foot is asleep! Oh god. Oh, it feels so weird! Okay, but I've maybe noticed my wings aren't working right just now. Lucian? It's fine, it's fine. You have my word, I won't fail. Lucian bites his lower lip. The brief seconds of silence from Gary's side is tantamount to awaiting the guillotine from coming down. Well, I trust you have it under control, and I hope to hear great news during our next call. Lucian breathed a sigh of relief. Thank you, Lord Gary. And Lucian? Yes? Good job. Lucian's eyes beam brightly. His tail wags with so much energy it could practically fly off. The call ends and the halo disappears. Yes. His heart is jumping for joy, and so is he. Bouncing from left to right, the only thing that occupies Lucian's thoughts is God's compliment. Whatever's making that noise, shut up! Lucian stops his little happy ceremony and tries to recompose himself. Nearly forgot myself there. Back to my patrols. Lucian floats back down and continues his duties for the rest of the night. The next day, you awaken before your alarm rings. You sit up from the bed and begin your routine like clockwork. The siblings who took over your shift would be expecting you soon. After getting dressed and downing a can of coffee, you head out. Good morning, Kobu. Up early and ready to face battle? Oh, hey, morning to you too. I'm going to work. Excuse me. 1 second, y'all. Last sip of coffee. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's good. Work at the convenience store. It's almost my shift. I switched by with Mike and Anna yesterday. Lucian frowns. I'm going to pretend that is your attempt at a lighthearted joke. We have more serious things to attend to. Crossing your arms, you glare at Lucian, unamused. I know what we need to do, all right, but this is important too. If you want to keep using my unit as a base of operations, I need cash to pay rent. Speaking of, you're paying half of it too. Me? Pay rent? That's what I said. I'm not letting an angel mooch off of me. You walk past Lucian. Wait! As the sun rises, the streetlights flicker down. Your walk is serenaded by the rumbling cars and creaky cyclists who pass you by. You watch your feet as you walk. There's nothing you want to think about. All there is just feet. Expectantly, Lucian is walking next to you, not even trying to hide his exasperated sighs. You know he's trying to get your attention. Dude, I don't know if sighing that much is good for you. Well, forgive me, but I can't help but be disinterested in your attempts at cosplaying a mortal. Oh, you know what cosplaying is? I've overheard what other souls have mentioned. It's like being blinded by a lie so great that every fiber of your body and mind believes that you're someone else. No. What? Absolutely no! No! Also, I'm not cosplaying. This is my job. You of all people should know how important fulfilling your duties is. Then what duty are you fulfilling by hiding here all these years? You stop walking and glare at the angel. He looks back at you unfazed. You know what? I'd rather we talk about your plan to get us to the underworld. Lucian smirks and tilts his nose upwards. Finally, a better use of our time. So after talking to Gary last night... You talked to Gary? Well, why wasn't I involved? We both continue walking to the store. Gary is busy running up above. Besides, he wants to keep everyone safe. The less he is directly involved in what we're doing, the less we risk a war with Vendrake. He frowned. Somehow the idea that your only ally in this whole soul business is avoiding you does not sit right. So what did you guys think of? We're sticking to the original plan. We'll find an underworld gate and use it to get you home. An underworld gate? You know about it. You extend a downward open palm while rocking it slightly. Either way, I've detected the presence of one in this town. That's weird. Gary thought so too, but it doesn't change the fact that we need to find it, and I need your help to do that. After all, you've been around here long enough that knowledge will finally be of some use. Well, then you'll have to wait till after my shift is over. What am I supposed to do until then? I don't know. I mean, you don't have to wait if you don't want to. Just go find the gate on your own. And risk letting you get attacked? Not a chance. I'm staying close. Fine, then just search near the store area and we'll continue after work. I can't help for now. What about during lunchtime? My lunch is at 1 p.m., and that's like an hour long. I don't think we could find much of that in that time, even if we tried. Lucian shakes his head. You sigh. It just seems like there's no pleasing this angel. Your mind snaps back and you remember that you have a handle of the store all on your own. You rack your brain for a solution. Hang on, why not work at the store with me? That way you and I can keep the same schedule, plus I get someone to share their workload with me. Lucian scoffs. Now why would I want to do that? Even if I have to find work to pay your so-called rent, there should be better jobs out there for me. It's not that bad. I mean, sure, sometimes the work can be tough. Like, I remember how some customers will ask for the craziest requests, like topping their bento boxes with candy before microwaving it. There's also having to get rid of the occasional drunk that Okay. Alright. Tough. Craziest requests, alright. And there's also having to get rid of the occasional drunk that wanders into the store during the night. They think they can sleep inside. And then there's the hours of heavy lifting and sorting with barely enough pay. But all that matters is that you got a friend there along for the ride with you, and the knowledge that you'll eat enough to survive another month. So how about Angel's walking off in the opposite direction. I'll see you at lunch. And so your shift begins. Yeah, that wasn't very convincing, Kobu. Upon entering the store, the two siblings rush over to ask if King is okay. You recall that you made up a story that King had to leave the state due to a family emergency, and that he would be uncontactable for a while. Mike and Anna are placated when you told them King was fine, and that he would be back soon. An empty promise that you hope will come true. With King's absence, the three of you decide to put up a sign looking for a new recruit to help with work. Until then, you have to work through your shift on your own. A task made harder by the recent addition of your tasks as a manager. The brother reassures you that King's guide will get you through it, and if there are any emergencies, he's a phone call away. He would only help with depositing the earning of the day into the company bank account. You have no choice but to go along with the plan. Then the duo return home, leaving you in charge. You find King's guide lying on the counter. Caressing the cover, you feel the tough wrinkle of the paper King used to decorate it. You pick up the book and open to the first page. There's a sticky note inside. I believe in you, King. Damn it, King. You feel tears building up, but you slap your cheeks to snap out of it. Time for crying will come later, after King is saved. Throughout the first half of the day, you busily restock the shelves and learn to take inventory of what needs to be reordered. All the while, customers come and go, forcing you to juggle between stock take and service. Running yourself ragged, even your brief moments with peace are spent reading through the manual, unable to commit much to memory before your next interruption. Customer! Hello, welcome to Oh. Oh, please do go on. Don't let me stop you from doing your job. What's up, Lucian? It's lunchtime. I'm here to report my findings. It's that late already? I'm beaten hungry. Can we talk about it over lunch? Lucian raises an eyebrow. More mortal customs. How fun. Come on, I'm closing the store. After locking the store, you drag the reluctant Angel to a nearby cafe. From the outside, the single-story cafe has a quaint, rustic feel to it. Ta-da! Six fan! Lucian looks at the shop sign and then back at you. His face deadpan as ever. Oh, what's this? What do we got? Oh. Places then. Six fan. I usually come to the Six Fan Cafe near the beginning of the month, because that's when I actually have enough money to spend eating out. The place used to be an empty shop front before some guy came over to rent it last year. If I recall correctly, it started out as a tour agency of some sort, the kind that takes you around the town on a supernatural trip, but it went bust after a few months. The owner of Six Fan is said to be related to the guy who ran that tour agency before. I wonder what happened to him. The moment you step into the cafe, the smell of potatoes frying from the kitchen stirs your appetite. A lady dressed in a bright red dress approaches with two menus in her hands. Afternoon there. The lady is instantly drawn towards your angelic companion. You feel a deja vu from your time at the supermarket sale. Anyone tell you look like one of those magazine models? If you need work, I'm looking for an extra pair of hands to help me run the cafe. No, thank you. You elbow Lucian in the stomach. You're hiring? He'll love to. Maybe you can tell us more about it after lunch. She smiles warmly and doesn't seem to think too much about your reaction. Alright. Right this way then, fellas. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Leave a super thanks. Your tip if you can, it always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.